just to make my life easier, I'm not going to do much editing for this video. It's my personal channel. I don't want my personal channel to feel like work. Techlair feels like work a lot of times. Sometimes it feels fun, but this is my personal channel, and I've had something that I've been wanting to get off my chest for a while now. So this is more of just a therapy session, if anything, for myself. But it's about Kingdom Hearts. It's about, a game I grew up with. And you know what? I'm not even a big gamer. I tell people all the time, I don't really game. But this is the one series that I really connected with growing up. It's the one series that really means a lot to me. And it has so much nostalgia. And I'm someone who's always like, nostalgia's the worst freaking drug because it really, blinds you. And it doesn't work for me that way. If something kind of goes to crap, even though I love it, I can't back it up anymore. So this is kind of my processing as an adult of why I no longer really love Kingdom Hearts and why I played through Kingdom Hearts 3 and I finished the game and I kind of just lost all interest in the series. First off, if you don't know what Kingdom Hearts is, it's pretty much a game. It's Square Enix and Disney. I don't like Disney as a company, but again, nostalgia. Let's just act like they're a normal company for once that doesn't try to do a lot of things that hurts the entire world. Spoilers for the whole series. So don't watch this video if you don't want to be spoiled. The first Kingdom Hearts game I ever played was actually Kingdom Hearts 2. And I fell in love with it. It was so fun, it was so unique, it was so special, and there was something about it that was just very magical. And it was very unique. There were little hidden things that you could do, things that you could explore, and you were rewarded for going out of your way to really just try to explore and do new things. And I later ended up playing Kingdom Hearts 1, so I don't suggest people do this, but I was really young when I started playing Kingdom Hearts 2. Well, I played Kingdom Hearts 1, and it's the same thing. It was just such a magical game, and it was so original. Even Kingdom Hearts 2 is very original, but looking back on it now, later, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is where things start to go south, but they still pull off an amazing game. Now, Kingdom Hearts 3, and by the way, there's a million Kingdom Hearts games. I'm not going to get into those. I've played all of them. I know what they're about. The only game I haven't completed all the way through is Dream Drop Distance, and I played halfway through it, and I lost interest, to be honest. And I was like, I'm just gonna watch the rest of it before Kingdom Hearts 3. I just didn't find the game very fun, and I didn't even get through it, just to speak to this. And just so people know and have some context, I've hardcore played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. So I did the level 1. I did the level 1 critical mode challenge, so I played through the whole game at level 1 on Kingdom Hearts 2, and I got halfway through on Kingdom Hearts 1 before I kind of gave up because it was pretty difficult, but I have beat these games on all critical mode. Birth by Sleep is probably overall my favorite Kingdom Hearts game, all things considered, but I also think it's a toss-up between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Birth by Sleep, but I still think Kingdom Hearts 1 had some magic. But let's get to the actual video here, which is why I kind of lost interest in the series. I just want to start by saying that Kingdom Hearts 3 was the most forced Kingdom Hearts game I've ever played. Every world pretty much had zero integration with the actual story at hand. They've been building up for a decade through all these games and all these convoluted storylines that just kept on getting crazier for no reason. They keep building this up, and then 80% of Kingdom Hearts 3 is just Disney worlds. And look, Disney is what makes Kingdom Hearts, but literally every Disney World was just kind of retellings and crappily integrated stories with the actual Kingdom Hearts storyline. Everything was beyond forced. They were just putting in a random organization member in one world and just forcing them into the world somehow and making them the villain of the world, and it felt so forced, it felt so unnatural, it didn't feel organic whatsoever. It's probably my biggest complaint with Kingdom Hearts 3, just to start there. And because of this, the pacing was terrible. There was really no progress at all in the Kingdom Hearts side of things until the last 20% of the game, and then they kind of chuck everything at you. The characters, the main trilogy from Birth by Sleep and the main trilogy from 358/2, these are storylines that have been developing for years and throughout multiple games, and these are characters that you grow attached to, and their entire storylines are just resolved in one fight, and then boom, that's done, let's move on to the next one, and everything's chucked at you in the last minute, in the last 2 hours of the game. I felt like that was ridiculous. The pacing of the game was awful. It was actually horrendous. I don't know how anyone can play through the Kingdom Hearts 3 storyline and actually appreciate it, because it was poorly done. I really feel strongly about this, and I haven't read much that actually justifies the way they did the pacing and the story for Kingdom Hearts 3. With that said, maybe it was just a big game and they got ahead of themselves. But, and this is where I really start to struggle here, people, and this is why I really lost interest in the entire series, not just Kingdom Hearts 3. They created more questions than questions they answered. This is supposedly the end of the Xehanort saga. This is something that's been developing for the last however many Kingdom Hearts games there have been. And it's been promised that Kingdom Hearts 3 would end the Xehanort saga. So hopefully this would be a final completion to the saga. But what are we left with? We're left with just these completely random things that are thrown in to keep people wondering, well, what's going to happen next? And all these other major plot things that were thrown in last minute that don't really make much sense, that you can tell were thrown in just to keep the storyline going. And this is where I'm starting to get lost. This no longer feels like a magical thing that I play because I love the characters and I love the story and I know it's going to lead somewhere that will allow me to attach to these characters. It's going to lead somewhere where I'm buying another game. And I hate this. I feel like everything's forced. I feel like it's been commercialized. Something that I used to love because it felt magical to me was commercialized. And I don't think this is because I'm an adult now, because I can still replay those original games. And while some people might say, well, that's just because you have nostalgia going, I can actually, like, objectively lay out all of the needless, ridiculous things they started throwing into the new games just to sell you a game to answer those questions. And I feel like they've done, honestly, a disservice to the fanbase. People like myself who have been attached to the series for so long. And here's the thing, it really sucks because it was not a bad game. The graphics were incredible, the gameplay was incredible, the villains were incredible. Like, there were so many great things about the game, but what it was missing was character. It was missing the magic, it was missing character, and it was missing the actual intention of giving you a really heartwarming, organic experience. What really speaks to this is how quickly Square is already rolling out all these other Kingdom Hearts games. They released Kingdom Hearts 3, they actually create more questions than they answer. I feel like I left Kingdom Hearts 3 going, well, what the fuck is going on? Oh, cool. Well, I gotta start playing this mobile game to find out. Oh, I gotta play this music game to get a few more answers. Oh, but only 1 or 2 answers. You actually gotta wait until this next game 2 years from now to start figuring out what's going on to these new things that we introduced. I sure as hell didn't connect with the Kingdom Hearts characters because I lost all interest in them. Seriously, I don't even know how to describe it. Playing through Birth, like, I can replay Birth by Sleep, and I actually, like, connect with the characters. I connect with Aqua, I connect with Ven, I even connect with Terra. I know.
Protect the things that matter.
But I still somewhat connect with Terra. Like, I connect with these characters because this felt like an organic trio that was just trying to figure things out. In Kingdom Hearts 3, it felt like some person wrote some scripts for these characters just so they could push out a game. And I don't know, I really feel like I've been made to feel crazy because when I read about people's thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3, it's generally pretty positive. And it just doesn't feel like a positive game for me. I left that game feeling so underwhelmed, and I couldn't even finish a second replay of it. I got through like half of it, and I'm like, this is so bad, I just can't even deal with this. And aside from all of this, the whole, like, commodification of it and the whole, like, Disney rides and everything, I don't know how a game was both so good and so terrible at the same time. I think that's the best way I can describe Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, seriously, like, some of the stuff they're pulling out is just so ridiculous and it's so unhinged, and it makes me feel like the game that I once loved is kind of dying. Even though it's getting maybe more popular, I don't know what the popularity is like, but to me it's pretty much dying. Like, this is pretty much now just turning into an endless spiral of things that are just ridiculous. And I think that's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like Kingdom Hearts kind of got ridiculous. I feel like the theories, like the most ridiculous theories you could ever think of, ended up being true just for the sake of there being something crazy that happens, not actually for any real plot purpose. It feels like a lot of gags, it feels like a lot of just needless nonsense, and I'm upset, and I wanted to communicate how I'm upset, and maybe I'll sleep better tonight. So, that's really all I have to share. I kind of wanted to just share my frustrations with the Kingdom Hearts series. I don't really have much else to add, and yeah, I think I'm gonna tune out here. This is definitely a different video for myself. I don't normally make personal content like this, so I feel like the 5 or 10 people that watch this, thank you for watching, and if you disagree, let me know why, and why you like being led on for game after game after game after game. So you're always asking new questions. Why do you like them? This is why I don't watch things like One Piece or all these other animes that have hundreds of episodes. Because obviously it's never going to end and they're going to keep creating more plot holes and more things to keep you engaged. I like things like Death Parade. 12 episodes and oh, it's so good! Like, everything builds up for a very specific purpose. It's not just, things don't just happen for no reason just to keep you like, oh my god, why did that happen? Oh shit, I better buy a new game. Ah, it's so annoying. Alright, I'm done. Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, see ya.